What makes silence so powerful is that it leaves them trapped inside their own mind. They can't argue with silence. They can't block it out. They can't manipulate it. Every second you're silent is slowly reprogramming their mind to see you as the one who always had the power. They were just too blinded by their own ego to realize it. By the time they finally break and reach out, you'll already be a version of yourself they will never get access to again. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My silence is teaching them what my presence never could. The beauty of silence is that it traps them in their own head. No arguments, no block button, no way to manipulate. Every second you refuse to break the silence, their brain is slowly rewiring itself to see you as the one with the power. They were too cocky to see it, but now it's hitting them hard. Then one day, the big pushover finally happens. By the time they finally break and reach out, you'll already be a version of yourself they will never get access to again. It does not get better for them after this. You move on and up. Then what you did to them, what they could have been with, is now over and gone. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My silence is teaching them what my presence never could. Drop this truth to life in the comments, is to realize what they have. You are what they will never have again. Number 4, how to keep your silence powerful. The hardest part of silence isn't starting, it's staying silent when your heart is screaming to EXP. Explain. The mind craves closure, the ego craves validation. But the moment you break your silence just to prove a point, you hand your power right back to the person who made you feel powerless in the first place. 4. Keeping your silence strong. The Jedi Master level of self-control. Here's the real kicker. Anybody can start the silent treatment. The real test? Sticking to it when your heart is screaming for answers, when your ego is dying for a "I told you so" moment. The biggest test, though, and it starts to rear its ugly head, is this. That is when you're hurting a lot and want to get things better. So what are we about to do? The bottom line is this, but the moment you break your silence, just to prove a point, you hand your power right back to the person who made you feel powerless in the first place. What you must do first is don't be that what is bad for them does not always mean that it will make it better. You cannot think for them, and this is one of the biggest red flags that will come up to ruin all things now. What you want is a peaceful walk forward, and not to have a big bang to ruin it all. This is what you need to do. The secret to keeping your silence powerful is to understand that silence isn't just about what you're not saying, it's about what you're becoming while you're saying nothing at all. Silence only holds power if you're growing in it. So what comes with it has to be so good and true is this, that the power you had is to help yourself grow and get to what your goals are. The secret is to use this power to do what is necessary, to have you as who you are. The final step to what things are when you start to move up and they get mad. Your power is in moving away as you hold power, to not give them any attention when they are hurting you. You're using this time to make yourself better. Now is the time when you're not to have what you need to do the best things for yourself. This is your season to rebuild everything they tried to break. Start working out, start journaling, start rediscovering the version of yourself that existed before they convinced you that you weren't enough. Start to live right and to get that peace. This is to remember the version of yourself who was with you before them, and start doing better and to grow. Every morning you choose self-discipline over self-pity. You're silently telling them, I'm not coming back. Every time you heal a part of yourself they took for granted, you're proving that their absence is no longer your weakness, it's your greatest opportunity. Don't just disappear, transform. Is to build to make people better. We must always set goals. The only person in life who is going to save you is you. You're getting to be better, and that is what has to happen now. Don't just disappear. Transform. The most powerful silence is the one that forces them to question if they ever really knew you at all. Let them see your glow without hearing a single word from you. Don't block them. Don't unfollow them. Let them watch from a distance while you quietly become the version of yourself they never thought you'd be without them. Do not block as that will be a sign that you are working. Do not be around them at all. What will have to happen is to become who you want, is to follow your goals so that what is the thing and you get to where you're meant to go. What will break them the most isn't your silence, it's watching the life you're building in that silence. The Stoic philosopher Zeno of Citium once said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. Your silence is teaching them a lesson louder than any explanation ever could that you're no longer seeking validation from someone who couldn't even see your value when they had you. To get them to not know you get them to be in anger. To rise above all is to know to listen. The key thing for you to move on and up is that you are better than them always. Every second you stay silent is rewiring their mind to realize that you are the prize all along. The key is to stay focused on your own growth. Silence becomes weak when you're using it just to punish them, but when you're using it to finally pour all that energy back into yourself, it becomes undeniable power. To not want to punish is the key to your greatness. To make them think that you are the prize and not them. To understand who you have to be to rise. They're not going to regret losing you because you're silent. They're going to regret losing you because the person you're becoming would never look twice in their direction again. This isn't about making them miss you. It's about making yourself so whole that their regret becomes completely irrelevant. That's the version of you they never wanted to meet and the one they'll never have access to again. To live and to see the person who they will come to miss will never look their direction at all. They get to realize they can't get to you at all. You have to be with someone who is for the best and to understand that this new life is to see the person who you are now. Number 5, when will they break? They'll break the moment they realize you're not waiting for them anymore, not when they see you're silent, but when they understand that your silence isn't a reaction, it's a decision. 5, the breaking point. When will they finally crack? The golden question. When will they finally crack under the weight of your silence? When will they finally realize what they lost? They will break the moment they realize you're not waiting for them anymore, not when they see you're silent, but when they understand that your silence isn't a reaction, it's a decision. It's not just about you not talking to them. It's about you actively choosing a life without them. It won't happen the first week. It won't happen in the first month. It'll happen when the version of you who used to beg, cry, and fight for them becomes nothing but a memory they can't touch anymore. This does not happen overnight. You must be prepared for what to do. So when you are in control, the answer, my friend, is never. To not ever touch them again. The change will be over time, as it is a lot to overcome and a process to not want anything. It'll happen when the version of you who used to beg, cry, and fight for them becomes nothing but a memory they can't touch anymore. You must get a better version of you to show what must happen here. At first, they'll convince themselves you're playing games, that you're trying to punish them by staying silent. But silence doesn't break people instantly. It breaks them slowly. When reality starts replacing their ego-driven assumptions, they'll scroll through your old messages at 2 a.m. looking for the version of you who used to fight to be heard. The beginning of the break is when they no longer have control over you. What comes with that is a realization that this is not a game. It is the end. This means that a whole new day has to rise. They can't just wake up and be there at your top. This new world where you're the main star comes at a cost to what has to happen. They'll replay the conversations where you beg them to stay, and they'll wonder how the person who once gave them endless chances suddenly gave them none. They'll break when they realize you're not angry, you're not bitter, you're not blocking them. To prove a point, you're not posting sad quotes. To get their attention, you're not trying to make them jealous or chase them back into your life. You're simply gone. Nothing haunts the human mind more than someone who could have had everything but chose to give them nothing. And their head will be spinning, as it is that you used to care and how they do not feel the care. You now care for yourself and have grown. This is when the big break is to come. This new world will start to change things and make them angry, and then that will not be the time where you want to be alone and do nothing. Some will break in weeks, others will break in months. The timing doesn't matter, because the longer it takes, the heavier the regret will hit. The more they delay reaching out, the more they convince themselves you're moving on. And when they finally break, when they finally reach out, what will destroy them the most isn't your silence itself. It's the version of you. They'll be reaching out to the one who no longer needs their apology, the one who no longer waits for closure, the one who realized that losing them was the best thing that ever happened. In times it will pass, but the long it takes, the regret that they will have will be long. Their pain will get the best of them, as you must keep going and not care. And know to hold your place, because the more they don't have you, what is not given will not be. You moving on to have a better you, because this is you doing the thing to move on and up. By the time they break, they'll be hoping to get back the old version of you, the one who would have picked up on the first ring. What they'll never understand is that your silence didn't just hurt them, it rebuilt you. The most powerful response you'll ever give is nothing at all, not because you're trying to hurt them, but because the person they once broke no longer exists. And what it leads you to do is to remember who you are, to think of all the amazing goals, because all that you are now is to get better. No ring, no sorry, no way to know what they are thinking. They only will have this. What they broke can be rebuilt, and you came out stronger because you did not care. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Your silence isn't revenge, it's evolution. They'll break when they realize you're not holding back your words, you're holding back your access, and no amount of regret will ever unlock the door. They've already closed on themselves. Your silence is not punishment, it's protection. So to be a real Stoic with, and to build who you are, comes the ultimate task of rising above their play to start over again. That the greatest comeback is to make it so you do not act like those who hate you. Your silence isn't revenge, it's evolution. You are a new person on the path to getting that greatness. That is why they will never be to you. Every second you hold your silence, you're breaking the cycle of proving your worth to someone who is never meant to see it. Let them wonder, let them regret, let them feel your absence, because your silence is the loudest message you'll ever send. I know that is hard, so I must remind you that you are strong. I know you need to hear, so let that echo. You are great. There is nothing that they are doing or making you feel that is the thing. What is real is who you are, and to break free from proving to them is the best. You be you. And in short, just do that. Because if they can't be with it, the best thing to do will be to not be with you. Let them wonder, let them regret, let them feel your absence, because your silence is the loudest message you'll ever send. If you're choosing your self-worth over chasing someone who never valued you, comment below, I choose myself. And if you're ready to turn your silence into power, subscribe, because this is just the beginning of your glow-up journey. So say it below and stand tall. We are with you, and you are with you, and you are about to take things up and on. Key takeaways: powering up through silence. Silence is the ultimate power move. It forces them to confront their actions and their own insecurities. The stages of silence. Understand the stages they will go through. This will help you stay strong. Silence rewires their brain. They will no longer be able to walk all over you. Your absence is now a permanent marker of the mistakes they made. Use this time to glow up, focus on you, and building the person you were always meant to be. Know this: you're no longer chasing the wrong goals, so you will be with the wrong people any longer. You have been great, so stand up tall, and know the power has always been you. Okay, we're going to crank this thing up to 11. More stories, more dig deep moments, more practical advice. Let's make this the ultimate guide to reclaiming your power through silence, as that has a lot of power to do things in the world. You know, a thing or two, what's really going to hit them so hard. And what you can do to make it so is in the following steps. We will go over the affirmation and the growth from silence, the mind, and how to keep the life you have become. Remember, we're all in this together. Let's keep it real, keep it raw, and keep building each other up. Key affirmations to remember as you go. My silence is my power. Burn this into your brain. Repeat it like a mantra. It's your shield against weakness, your reminder that you are in control. I choose myself. This isn't selfish, it's survival. You're not responsible for their happiness, but you are responsible for your own. I am getting better. The biggest thing is to always rise when you are tired. I control my destiny. Nothing but greatness will come your way. Let's now talk about these in detail and see all the potential in the steps to move forward, to the steps to move on in and out. You have to keep moving you up. If you want to see better steps, then you have to change and get a new vision to power to new. The affirmation, power it on. My silence is my power. Let those words resonate within you. Feel their truth sink deep into your bones. Because it is your power. It's the power to deny them the satisfaction of a reaction, to refuse to be a puppet on their strings, to reclaim your energy and redirect it towards something far more worthwhile, yourself. Every time that urge to text them, to rant, to beg, to explain starts bubbling up, hit it with that affirmation. My silence is my power. It's a reminder that you are stronger than your emotions, that you are choosing self-respect over fleeting validation, that you control what they now have. The silent path. Now we have to talk about what to do as this all comes in and overtakes you. It was to come and to keep the peace, to not go back or to even want to look. It will get to you over and over in life, but it never gets to end all. You have the power to move on. Now what power did I forget that one person to not even want me anymore, to be the best? Here's the truth: you have to do that now, and to show the way. As we start now and see who you are about to be, and what you become, you have to see. That comes to not to see what will be to you, because you're on a set course. Your life will take shape and move forward. No more can they see the beauty. Because at the moment you chose silence over explanation is the moment their ego started to crumble and your self-power to overcome all began to rise. I'm going to break down exactly why your silence is hurting them more than you think, because you were able to cut them and did the best to overcome everything. But how your growth comes in. Growth, the real weapon. This ain't just about hurting them. It's about you growing into the best version of yourself. Think of their absence as an opportunity. A freaking gift. Start working out, start working on new hobbies, new everything, and realize what can be. Now we come to get that body. But now this new you are making it glow up, and it shows. When you were in a better relationship and not ever get to that again. But let me tell you, to grow to be the best person and be better than you, or you will not. It is key to get through that. And now, in a way, you have a free mind and to set all that to be right. You must grow, and that will show your real power. You must be in what comes to the true you, and that has more power than gold. Now, what is something that is good for you, that comes with building to last, is you set the path and move to the next levels what must be. You must to now have the vision to see you to yourself, and not in the past. Then we keep working up to what can be what we now look to have in our life at the greatest. Now you must see what power you hold in place. And if not, you are being all what can't be. The human mind must be fixed so that you can keep going, as that will show and get to how you become. The human mind is all you. So do not forget you to the great power you hold. Your new power is coming. I want to talk about a thing now that can change everything. You. What that person broke could make you or break you, and the way that you move is up to you now. What is that, and what can that to be, and what can that come to be? The main thing you need to know is what they said to you that is in them now, and that is what they hate about themselves. So make that into love, and that will overpower all. That they broke you is now their problem, and you must see that the weight that they hold now is great as they think to all. And what you will think what they do is none of you now. So be you, be great, and all that is. You hold more power to you than they ever will. What you're seeing when you grow is not them anymore, but all what is right that is coming to you. Now let what could be the time you had to not be right, and let it go so that what did change will be the new. Then you have to stop caring about what they do, as now it is about you. When they get to that, you got to stand tall, as it is that to hold is all that you now see. Now you see that time never stops, and you can't and never be a fool, and get the world to be who you are is the greatest move. As you change, all will. It is your world. I hope that has touched all that this is the light. How to make the peace is to tell yourself what you do as never be with this world again, to be who you were. I am no longer holding all things back at all. Then you will be good. You need to start to want to be better and not be there with a person who puts you down. This is your test to all. Then I need you to do these next to it and to hear what I say. If you have ever questioned whether your silence is making a difference, by the end of this you'll understand why it's the most powerful response you'll ever give. This is my time, and I have time to make it better. You will take those moments and to be in what is and hold you tall. You are the strong one, the greatest of all. That has never changed. What you are. The thing is that a life great has to not need anyone as who they are. Let's fix all what can't be taken and see to what it get you to the down. You be, and then in time, you'll be free. Then what you are will never be a what if, but all you, because you are always being for you. You hear that it's not you, so hear me, because it will get great to get into do. What I'm trying to say is be all of that to not hold it. Why you are to win. Is all that is the best. Do you know what is? All at that. All that the what to be free. Final truth. Okay, let's get to the final answer. For things to come true, it is all to you. Do not look back and take what has been to this path, because where you are is who you were meant to be all. Remember those who love you and be with them all, so that is it to always have what has been. Then, as it ends, I let you know what power is to show. That life has more to offer. Is this what will make you better to not see her? To never have them as what is, and to see what can never be. The greatest person is in you, I see. So move forward. What the end all can mean for you. To take control of what is and is not to be. So to get that said, all you must do is remember the final piece, for that's it's done.